Going to mute you all, and then we can unmute as we go when we want to share. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to do two things in this call. One, I want to work on the collective consciousness on different things, and I've been seeing a lot of shifts around the world happening. I can't say it's sacred activations or what I'm doing that's doing it, but what I'm working on, I'm seeing unfolding all over the world, and it's like blowing me away, like the pedophilia. I've really been working on that a lot. The unmasked, I've been working on that a lot, and all these things are being unmasked and seen, and people are really waking up. And, you know, God showed me, or Creator showed me, you know, and I've been talking about this for years, that we're a collective consciousness. And then 2 years ago, last month, showed me that, you know, since we're a collective consciousness, we also have a collective subconsciousness. So like our subconsciousness runs our life by 95%. Well, guess what? The subconsciousness of humanity is being ran. Humanity is being ran by the subconsciousness of humanity. And the subconsciousness just keeps repeating the same programs over and over and over again. So when we clear those out of ourselves and clear it out of the subconsciousness of humanity, it just starts spreading because we're all connected. It's like we're this big DNA. And then they showed me, you know, for years I've heard there's a spiritual war going on. And I used to think of it as like angels and demons fighting. That's all now. But what's happening is they're putting this information in the DNA of the subconsciousness of humanity. And some people are plugging into it and others aren't. And so what happens is when we unplug from that, it helps the others also unplug from these belief systems, which again helps, each person that does this helps 100,000 people. So imagine that every time you're shifting or you're helping other people shift, you're helping 100,000 people on the planet do the same thing. So what happens when those 100,000 people do the same thing? Now those 100,000 people also affect 100,000 people each. So it's just like a big domino effect. And I've seen this big domino effect going around the world. And a lot is going to be unfolding in 2018 and 2019. There's going to be huge shifts on the planet because we're unplugging from those belief systems. Therefore, the people that are in charge or running the planet, we no longer believe in that stuff or need to or aren't hypnotized in it anymore. So therefore, they start stopping being in power. And then the people that are where we're at as humanity go into power, if that makes sense, to help us do the shifting. I know we're going into peace on earth. I know we are. There's no question in my mind what's happening on this planet. And I'm super, super excited about it. And I believe that we can help the planet shift by doing this work, by disconnecting people from the subconsciousness of humanity on these certain programs. But there's the programs we want to be plugged into, right? So you don't want to unplug from all of them because that's not necessary. And anything you desire in your life, you can create because the program's already there. So you want abundance, it's already there for you. The program's already there. You just have to plug into it. You want health, the program's already there. Just plug into it. Now, I know I say that and make it sound so easy. It's, you know, how when you're releasing belief systems, how it takes time to unravel all those belief systems. It's the same thing with going into this higher vibration of creation. You know, it takes time to move up that ladder. You know, most of you have heard this from me. If you learn from me, is when I said, God, why can't we just do this? And I was shown a man riding a horse through the mountains, plucked off the horse, put behind a spaceship to fly the spaceship. What would happen? He couldn't handle it because he didn't even know a spaceship existed. So it's the same thing with these vibrations. It's again, kindergarten to college to graduation. It's a continual shift and up level. And it's the same thing for the whole world as us. So the more we practice plugging into the things we desire to see in the world, like working together, health, abundance for everybody, it continues to grow and it continues to shift. But you don't go from here to here. I mean, if you look at a lot of people that win the lottery and they're not used to having money, what happens? They go through all the money and then they're broke again because they haven't shifted their energy of being broke. So every time they go up, they go back down. And if you look at millionaires that have built their wealth, most of them maintain it and continue to grow it. Whereas some that, raised really poor, they might lose it, but then they go back into creating it again. Donald Trump did that. He was a millionaire or billionaire, whatever. He lost everything, but he knew what that energy was, so he was able to build it back up again. But people who don't have money can continue to grow that. Now we're here to work on the subconsciousness of humanity and to talk about that. You really just have to plug into it and run the energy. And I'm finding that when we're even doing like the sacred geometry activation. Imagine going into like the eye of God or the central sun or the seventh plane, wherever you're more comfortable, and running that energy. And you could just imagine that it's going into the subconscious of humanity. How are you allowed to do that? Well, the subconsciousness of humanity is also you. Because we are one, we are this. I'm not saying to go to George and change George's belief systems. But you can change those belief systems within you on how George is treating you, and therefore you'll notice that George starts treating you differently. You know what I mean? So is there something you guys would like to work on, and let's run this together? Would anybody like to say anything? Okay, so anger and resentment, how about that? Chat, the new feature that came up. Okay, so let's do anger and resentment. Let's do blame. Let's do struggle to survive. So if you guys would like, connect into the heart chakra of the central sun, the seventh plane, or the eye of God, wherever you're more comfortable. And let's run anger and resentment. Because anger and resentment keeps us separate. So let's focus on that. And you can even imagine that you're erasing this through the subconsciousness of humanity. You might even see a huge DNA strand, or the ladder of DNA where everybody's plugged into that. Okay, let's move into the energy of separation. So in separation, you can think about men and women, you can think about different cultures, different people in your town or your country. How about the belief system that we have to fight to survive? Struggle to survive. Survival's a struggle. Okay, good. Imagine going into Mother Earth when you're ready. Now you have an opportunity if there's anything you would like to work on. Say it now. And cancer free. Okay, so let's disconnect from cancer in the collective consciousness because it's a program, and you know they feed it you this information through advertising all the time. Always, if I have TV on, it's about cancer and chemotherapy and this and that, and it like sucks you into that belief system that you have to fight cancer or that you're going to get cancer. Cancer is a fungus. It's very easy to heal. Alkaline your body. Completely alkaline your body. Drink vinegar. Take vitamin C. Huge amounts. 10,000 milligrams a day. There's so many things you can do to shift that off. And we can go into that. Yeah, I just saw that, Shoshona, the frozen lemon slices and rinds. Also, baking soda and molasses is also said to do that. So drink baking soda and molasses every day. You can go to YouTube. Oh, I shared that on Facebook, yeah. There's so many different ways to go about it. Go about it all the way. But let's first disconnect from disease consciousness. So again, does anybody else want to add anything in? Baking soda with apple cider vinegar. I just made this recipe. I have it on my Facebook. And as a matter of fact, my fingers are still burning because I cut up a bunch of jalapenos yesterday, and then I rubbed my eyes in the shower this morning. It's like, ah! But it's apple cider vinegar, horseradish, ginger, turmeric, jalapenos, onions, and garlic. And then you let it marinate for like 2 weeks. And then you strain out the vegetables and you drink the vinegar. So let's clear out for blood flow, blood pressure, cholesterol. I mean, I can go on, parasites, on and on and on and on. You want to clean out your body, make that. It's amazing. It's on my Facebook. Okay, so let's do disconnect. Yeah, I think related to clearing diseases or anything else. It's supposed to, arthritis, I mean, just everything. As a matter of fact, I got this big 2-gallon container, and I bought a gallon of vinegar, and then I bought 2 other big bottles of it. And I made this huge batch yesterday. About 1.5 gallons. And I'm giving it away as Christmas presents. So it's marinating right now. Shoshana, why don't you unmute yourself? And you guys unmute yourself. It's easier for me than having to read this. Oh, disconnect from disease. Go ahead.
No, I was wondering, you were saying anything else we want to clear. Is it connected to the disease umbrella or just anything at all?
Anything at all.
Okay. I'd like
we can go up, take turns doing one after another.
Okay. I would like to just clear and activate any sort of sole purpose offering gifts. I have a wonderful Wyndham Hill recording artist offering to place tracks on my CD that I haven't done yet. But just like bringing those creative.
Yeah, that's it, for you. It's being seen.
Oh,
You're
really?
doing so much better. Oh my God, we actually get to see you. I mean, you shifted a lot.
Yes, you
But
did.
it's really about being seen and being able to be seen for what you bring to the planet.
I like to open my singing voice, so I guess for everybody we could just say open the creative gifts. And sometimes it's exquisite and other times it's not as open.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then how about if you're worthy?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
All right. So let's go back up, you guys. I am worthy. Just see that for the whole collective consciousness. Disconnect from disease consciousness. Cancer free. Healers who suffer. Okay, come back down into Mother Earth when you're ready. And just see yourself being filled with golden light. We're going to do the universal life grid. Okay, open your eyes when you're ready. Okay, I have this call scheduled monthly, and I hope every bit more people show up. This is for us, this is for you to work on your skills, for us to come together, and for us to share and to help each other. I've set this up for free that everybody can join no matter what. And I want to thank everybody that's here for joining me. Thank you very much. I want to give an opportunity to say testimonials, talk about how Sacred Activations has helped you. And I'll record these. We'll have them turned into a YouTube video for you so you can use it on your website. And other people that are sharing can also use it on their website. So this is to help everybody, if that makes sense. So that you'll have more than just your testimonial, you'll have other people on this call's testimonial to also be able to use. I think it's very helpful. Sacred Activations has been around 5.5 years. It's still new. It's still in the baby stages of getting known. So it'll help get the word out about Sacred Activations for you and for your clients and why they should give it a try. So I'm going to stop this recording and restart and give everybody a chance to say what they would like to say. And again, you'll get it back. Yeah, exactly. So let me stop this and I'll restart.